Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here and welcome to episode 18 of the WWE 2009 TEW2013 Let's Play. You join us for the last Smackdown and ECW of the year before we enter 2010, and just another show to get us on the road towards the Royal Rumble. Of course, ECW is more predominantly used for our younger talents as we try and gain them some overness to get them to the mid-card. So a lot of these guys probably won't have storylines getting into Royal Rumble, but it's always good to see their evolution over time. Today's show is in the tri-state region. It is in Madison Square Garden of all places. I decided what a place to end the year on a bang. So, without further ado guys, we'll kick straight into ECW and then we'll have SmackDown to follow quickly after. Enjoy the show guys. So to start off, we have given Christian the pre-show match just to help with a bit of overness to Daniel Bryan, and about it featured great action but not much in the way of heat. Christian defeats Daniel Bryan 8:34 with a kill switch. 76 B-, good match between these two. No skill improvements. Dirt sheet picks up very minimal, so that's very good. And about it featured solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Goldust defeated Leo Kruger with the final cut in 7:43. That was a 44 D-rated match. Goldust stood out as being good. The match was too long given who was involved. Trying to get Kruger over slowly, hoping that some of this would rub onto Kruger, and it's improving Goldust's performance skills. In a match that had some good action but not much in the way of heat, Chris Jericho defeated the debuting Johnny Curtis in 6:32 with a code breaker, 74 B-. Something tells me this went a lot better than Fandango's WrestleMania debut. But a great match, and hopefully that can rub off onto Johnny Curtis. And the performance of Chris Jericho stood out as being good. Curtis improves his Rumble skills and Chris Jericho improves his performance skills. Hopefully we'll have a good career planned for Johnny Curtis. Now on to the main show. We start off on an extremely short match. Dean Ambrose gets the squash victory over Tyler Rex in 3:43 with Mark City. 12 F+. Literally Ambrose has no overness, so we're building him from complete scratch. So the crowd were turned off by this match. Everything else kind of helped it with the announcing and the colour commentary, but Ambrose is going to be a really hard project to get off the mark before eventually I'm sure we'll get him right up the card with due time. A video then shows Leo Kruger hunting in South Africa, so no actual promo for him, it's just a vignette documenting him hunting animals. 32 E+, nothing spectacular there. In an extremely short match, Fergal Devitt defeats Vance Archer in 3:31 with a brainbuster, 15 F+. Crowd were turned off for this one as well. Again, Devitt's going to be a long-term prospect, so we have to put him in these matches to get him over to start with. He's going to get low grades to start with, but over time, he'll hopefully get a good rating. We then have a promo from Fergal. My name is Fergal Devitt and I'm from Ireland. I am one of the best technical wrestlers in the world, and I hope to prove to you all that one day I can become WWE champion. Fergal shall rise. Don't quite have a catchphrase for him yet, hence we went with Fergal shall rise, but 38 D- is good, and hopefully he can build that up over time once he gets some momentum on board. In a match that had some good action but non-existent crowd heat, Alberto Del Rio and Zack Ryder defeated Yoshitatsu and Tomko in 7:46 when Zack Ryder defeated Yoshitatsu with the Zack Attack. 55 C-. Yoshitatsu and Tomko didn't work as a team, so we'll probably scratch that. It was just having two face jobbers. I can never imagine Del Rio and Ryder as a team, but hey, it made sense here and it puts the two heels over. No skill improvements. Dirt sheet, just about inconsistency and holding back. We cut to the GM Tiffany's office. Tonight is a night of opportunity on ECW. Shelton Benjamin, our new champion. Tonight you will face newcomer Seth Rollins in the main event. What an opportunity. Best of luck, gentlemen. So we're going to put both men in the spotlight, and it's going to be a great chance for Seth Rollins to hopefully get up a little bit in popularity. But a 60C, Tiffany get a good bonus, but unfortunately the segment was done to a cold crowd. The main event match itself, 69 C+, pretty decent considering where Rollins is, and about that featured great action but not much in the way of heat. Shelton Benjamin defeated Seth Rollins in 15:05 by pinfall with a pay dirt. So 69C plus, and the negatives are just holding back and the low experience. So again, that will come over time once everybody gets over. And finally, to try and get the show rating up a little bit, Shelton Benjamin is celebrating his victory in the ring. Chris Jericho runs in and attacks, beating Shelton Benjamin down to the mat. 77B, and it shows to Shelton Benjamin that Jericho's still after him, he wants revenge, and that he, because he can feature in all shows, is going to have enemies in each show. So overall, a 64C, a decent show, getting a couple of talents over, and hopefully we can continue to build them up. That is it for ECW. Coming next is SmackDown. So here we are, guys, to the SmackDown portion of the show. Not a massive show because it is the end of the year, and I just felt let's give a couple of big matches to highlight what the feuds are going to be going forward, and to really give like a blockbuster main event like WWE would do at this time of year, just to keep the fans happy. So only 8 segments today, 1 pre-show segment, a very short show, but hopefully, you know, it gives you an idea of where we're going to go in, and we have a debuting diva as well. So I'm just going to quickly save the game there, just to make sure. Mind, this is in Madison Square Garden. Let's see how the last show of 2009 goes down. So our pre-show match, and a match that had some good action, but not much in the way of heat. Luke Gallows and Caval defeated Master J and Wang Yang in 7:13, when Caval defeated Jimmy Wang Yang with a K Crusher. 62C. Not bad. It gets Caval and Gallows over, obviously members of our Straight Edge Society, which were kind of neglected in the last couple of weeks with CM Punk, but nonetheless, that's what it is. And just a match to get them some overness and confine Master J and Wang Yang to the jobbers that they are. Our show starts with Vicky Guerrero. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I know most of you hate me, and quite frankly, I don't know why. However, it's the time of the year to give, and I'm going to give you a blockbuster main event to end the year. Prime Time will team with Rey Mysterio and The Undertaker to take on Chris Jericho, The Big Show, Batista, and CM Punk in a blockbuster main event. You're welcome. So Vicky's decided she's been horrible most of the year, but she's going to end it off for blockbuster 8-man tag in front of 20,000 sellout in Madison Square Garden. 80B rating, and just simply a great way to start the show. And about it featured great action, but not much in the way of heat. John Morrison defeated Mike Knox in 9:03 with a Moonlight Drive. Great chemistry between those two guys produces a 79B rated show. Morrison needing a bit more momentum, so that is why we gave him the victory. Mike Knox improving performance skills, and more positives and negatives. This is truly more of a wrestling show than Raw in my opinion, so very happy with how that went. Dolph Ziggler comes out and goes to the ramp. Ladies and gentlemen, as good as I am, I've found a woman who's just as damn good. My new manager, AJ Lee. Follow that. So AJ makes her debut in the main roster. And we're going to start her off as a manager to Dolph Ziggler. I feel that's the best way to get her some overness quickly, before we decide to ever bring back a Divas division, because I haven't really been using it, and I don't plan to use it until I have more over Divas coming through. I'd rather not use the ones at the moment. I'm just going to let their contracts run out, but AJ debuting anyway, and that's a good start to get her over. And about that featured solid in-ring action but non-existent crowd heat. Tyson Kidd's defeating Virgil Devitt in 5:38 by pinfall with a springboard elbow drop. 66C plus, good platform for Devitt to perform on. Kidd gets the win. Devitt improves his performance skills, but overall this is to benefit Tyson Kidd. For some reason it says a well-executed squash. It was meant to be an even match, but hopefully it does well for Devitt and it can help his push. And about that featured great action and a good crowd. Dolph Ziggler defeated Booker T in 10:52 by pinfall with a zigzag after AJ Lee interfered. Ziggler makes defense number 3 of the Intercontinental Championship. Sadly only get a 55C-. Booker T again with a disappointing performance. Both guys didn't click, understandable, different styles. So we need to look to work in that. No skill improvements. A lot of negatives, but a good chance there, and it debuts AJ into that as well, making her managerial presence known. We cut to a backstage promo with Todd Grisham. Well, we thought we were going to. It's just CM Punk, Batista, Chris Jericho and The Big Show arguing with each other. Will they get along? Who knows? But a 79B rated segment there, and Todd Grisham performed poorly. The Animal Unleashed storyline has advanced. That's obviously a main event feud. A lot of positives there, negatives were just low morale and drink. The main event though did deliver, and a bout that featured great action and great heat from the audience. Batista, CM Punk and Jericho defeated The Undertaker, Rey Mysterio and Crime Time in 23:59 when CM Punk defeated Rey Mysterio with a Pepsi Plunge. 83 B+, great finishing match, especially hopefully that will help the overness of the likes of CM Punk, Rey Mysterio and especially Crime Time, that they can become viable challengers to take the title off of Jericho and Big Show. Big Show was off his game, couple of storylines progress, Punk improves performance, as does The Undertaker and Batista. Delighted with that, considering there was quite a good few negatives as well. And what I like is there's very few prime time negatives, so that kind of proved they maybe deserve to be there. And then after the show, so after the match, the bell sounded, yeah, all 8 superstars continued to do battle all the way to the backstage area. A great brawl to end the show and put it on a cliffhanger. Going into 2010, 85 B+, everyone performed well apart from JTG. But it gets that overness to some storylines, and really delighted with that. So that's really good for the SmackDown side of things. The show will only get a 79B, but I'm more than happy with that. I think it really did deliver. And it shows we're going to push some stars that didn't get pushed in real life. So we'll see how the rating is, and then we'll work it from there. Kurt Hawkins has won the FCW World Heavyweight Championship. Interesting, before we bring him up. Vast majority like SmackDown, either loved or hated ECW. Let's look at FCW because that is obviously development. Kurt Hawkins in there, Michael McGillicuddy beating Dawson Alexander, who is of course David Otunga. Titus O'Neil in there, Liviani's in there, Sweet Papi Sanchez, so a lot of guys that are going to be coming up. Opening match is the Rotundas versus Pac and Big E, and that's going to be 4 superstars of the future, who'd have thought. But checking our news, our email, Devitt needs time off. Obviously I've put him in a lot of matches to try and get him over, see if his pop's going up much. Just in the southwest, nothing overly going up great there. Well, I'll say that, everything was 17s and now it's at 20s, so that's I suppose a little bit of positivity, and that's going to be a slow build, but good start for Fergal. And a 0.41 on Sci-Fi. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. The first episode of 2010, the Raw, will have Raw, Superstars and the PWI Awards. So we'll have a look through that, and it'll be interesting to see where our Superstars shape up. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you get any comments of what kind of angles, what kind of pushes you would like to see in 2010, please leave them in the comments section below. And until next time, this is 21 Maxwell, and I'll see you in 2010. Goodbye.